bitch, she's a savage. Look back while I twin. No comparison here. I'm a savage. Classy, bougie, ratchet. Sassy, movie, nasty. Acting stupid. What's happening? What's happening? Bitch, I'm a savage. Hips tick tock when I dance. On that demon time, she might start her OnlyFans. Big B and that B stand for bands. If you wanna see some real ass, baby, here's your chance. I say left cheek, right cheek, drop it low, just swing. Texas up in this thing, put you up on this game. I be talking my frame, gang. If you don't jump to put jeans on, baby, you don't feel my pain. You don't give me hype, write my name in ice. I can't argue with these lazy bitches, I just raise my price. I'm a boss,
what's up, Trey?
you see that in my mother, who's a savage. Got this shit from Tina. Left cheek, right cheek. Please don't give me hype. Left cheek, right cheek. Write my name in ice. Got this shit from Tina. I'm a savage.
I hope that everybody is doing well. What's good, Kelly? Oh. What's good, Kelly?
Got this shit from Tina.
Y'all, I got my dandelion root tea. I drink it every morning for breakfast when I'm doing my fast. Y'all, I gotta start over my fast. What is good, y'all? What is going on, everybody, y'all? Hold on, okay, I just want to make sure there wasn't no commercials with this one. Okay, what's good, y'all? So I got my tea here. This is whenever I was showing y'all how I prepare my tea and how I go through a fast. This is a 24-ounce tumbler. And shout out to the person who bought this for me for my birthday off my Amazon wish list this past year. But yeah, I drink several of these full of tea every day. Let me put my tea down to the side, y'all. So let's see. Oh, Train Pack said we got storms. I called off. What? So Train Pack, I know that they supposed to be having like bad weather, like in the Missouri area and Texas, I think Kansas, Indiana. If you are in one of those states, then I hope that you stay safe. But I wanted to come through real quick with a live here. For the people who have been following me, they know that I have been doing this regimen of extended water fasting through the month of January. Oh, you too, Kimmy? Dang. Okay. So through the month of January, I have been doing this regimen, and I started on January 3rd. And I felt like it would only be fair that I do a live on February 3rd, because this would essentially be 1 month since I've done. So I'm here to give you my results, do a quick Q&A for the people who are in attendance, but give you my results of me doing my on and off extended water fast for the month of January, from January 3rd to February 3rd. January 3rd to February 3rd is the amount of time that I've been doing my fast. And actually, let me fix my shirt, because this is a hoodie, y'all. But let me fix this shirt. But yeah. So with this extended fasting, y'all, it has been trial and error, touch and go, mistake and miss, y'all. I've been learning. But I will say that I've been able to build and get a little bit stronger with the fasting, even to the point to where I was able to complete my first 144-hour water fast last week. Now, I did try to attempt another 144-hour water fast this week, y'all. And unfortunately, I ended up breaking it last night after 77 hours and 45 minutes. So I broke it. I did keep healthy when I broke the fast last night, and I had Brussels sprouts. I had salmon, and then I'm not sure if you saw in my short where I make my own trail mix with raw nuts. I had some of that trail mix, and so that was me breaking my fast. And so this morning I woke up and I had a breakfast of eggs, and that's it. Now I'm back on the fast. I'm back. back. That's the thing. Y'all, even I'm not perfect when it comes to this fasting thing. Sometimes, you know, you might be able to truck through, and then sometimes you might have life get in the way, or a little bit of irritability, a little bit of mood swing, work getting in the way, whatever. And then you might have to break earlier than what you wanted to. But the key is, even if you break earlier than you wanted to, the key is to start back up as soon as you finish that meal, or start back up the immediate next day. And that's all I did. So here I am back here in the flesh. But I wanted to do a Q&A with y'all. First off, since we got a few of y'all up in here, I want y'all to give me a guess of how much y'all think. Hey, Casey. Hey, Jess. I want y'all to give me a guess of how much y'all think that I lost from January 3rd until February 3rd. I want y'all to just get, and you can only guess one time. But just give me your ballpark figure. Give me your best shot of how much you think I lost from January 3rd to February 3rd. And this was my first time being consistent, my first time not giving up, my first time actually being very strict and disciplined with it. Okay, so we got Charmenia said 36 pounds. We got Denise said amazing 25. We got Train Pack said 30. We got Learning Daily said 35. Camp Me said 25. Y'all, believe it or not, somebody done already put the correct answer. And I be damn. Charmenia Bland. What's good, Miss Margot? Miss Margot said 13. Charmenia Bland, I would like to know how you came up with the conclusion of 36 pounds. Hey, Red Vines. Oh, Camp Me said 30. Y'all, to be honest, Charmenia Bland is correct. I lost a whopping 36 pounds from January 3rd until February 3rd. But Charmenia, how did you guess it right? That's what I'm confused about. How did you know? Y'all, 36 pounds in 1 month. And that's why I'm just like, oh my goodness, because even on the days whenever I feel like, oh man, I broke my fast, especially like y'all, me trying to figure out how to balance fasting while on my cycle is really tough. Because for me, I like to take Tylenol PMs, things like that for pain management and stuff. And I like to sleep whenever I'm experiencing that part of the month for my body. And unfortunately, whenever your body is in a fasted state, because you don't have any food on your stomach, you can't be taking Tylenol all willy-nilly without eating. So the month of January was actually a chore with me trying to balance that out and figure out how am I going to be doing the best fasting cycle possible, but still make sure that I'm able to take care of myself during that time. And then I've also been, hey, Chocolate Deluxe. And I've also been trying to decide as well, is it even healthy to fast while on your cycle? Y'all, these are the mysteries that I'm trying to unlock on my own personal journey with this that I'm going through. Is it healthy? Because I've done the research, ladies. And what I found out is that it's healthy, but they prefer the week leading up to your cycle to not fast because your body is going through more changes the week leading up. And then the week of, you can fast. But for me, I don't have as many symptoms of, PMS and things like that the week leading up. For me, my biggest hurdles are the week of. So I've been really trying to find a balance on what's going to work best for me with my goals that I'm trying to reach. But meanwhile, not just letting myself go just because I'm going through a menstrual or because I got a sweet tooth or anything like that. So y'all, the month of January was definitely a trial and error month. But y'all, it didn't go too bad because being down 36 pounds in 1 month is pretty amazing. I never would have thought that I could look back on 1 month and say that I lost that much weight. And the thing is, I can actually see the weight loss subtly in different ways, like in my clothes, the way my clothes fit, even the way my shoulders are now. Like my shoulders. Like this bra that I have on, it's a sports bra. I would show y'all, but you know, this is my clean channel, y'all. But this is a sports bra that I bought through Amazon, and it's actually a 2X, and it's by Champion. When I'm fasting, I don't really exercise except for strength training. Like I have resistance bands that I use. I have my medicine ball that I use. I have a kettlebell that I may lift and things like that and do a couple reps of. And then just walk. But not even just going out for a walk. I use my Fitbit and try to take so many steps per day according to my Fitbit in order to make sure that I'm moving. But outside of that, I really don't do any exercise with the fasting at all. Because you got to remember that you are putting your body through a rigorous cycle already. So you don't want to overstrain your body. Like I stated in my 144-hour water fast video, during the time that I did that fast, I actually tried to do too much on the fourth day of that fast, and I got lightheaded. And it was like a lightheadedness that kind of really caught me off guard, made me have to sit down. And then once I sat down, I was just sitting there waiting on the lightheaded spell to subside. And essentially, that lightheadedness, I think, came because of me doing too much within my fast. And all I had to do was drink some water with some of my electrolyte powder, a scoop of electrolyte powder in there. I drank 28 ounces of water and I laid down. And once I took a nap and I woke up, I was fine. Train Pack said, yeah, that would take way too much discipline for me because I love my dark chocolates during that time of the month. You know something, this time, y'all, believe it or not, I'm not a huge person when it comes to fruit. I love vegetables and I love watermelon and cantaloupe and stuff like that as fruit. But any of the other fruits, I like them, but I don't eat them fast enough. So I typically don't buy them because they typically go bad. But in this particular case, I actually had to really try to implement the smoothies in order to have my sweet tooth taken care of. I really got into coffees with 0-calorie sweetener, where I use 0-calorie sweetener in my coffee in order to help with that particular part. Y'all, I'm trying to scroll here through the comments to make sure I didn't miss any comments. But StreamYard is giving me trouble. It's giving me trouble. Okay, let me scroll. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Hey, Queen Diva. Hey, Learning to Love Myself. Hey to Denise. Hey to everybody that I missed. Let's see. I'm trying to make sure I answer everything from y'all. And I think that's all that I think. Hey, Draco. And thank you. And thank you, Cosmos. Thank you, Bright Star. Hey, Bright Star. Thank you to everybody. Okay, so Chocolate Deluxe is saying fresh pineapple for me. Okay. Yeah, because that part has been a learning curve. So I've been doing like smoothies for that. Y'all, I found out about a keto-friendly cereal called Catalina Crunch. And luckily I was able to find this Whole Foods farmers market near me that carries Catalina Crunch. So I bought the keto-friendly Catalina Crunch and Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor. And, you know, I have that on hand. I had that on hand during my cycle in the month of January. Where like if I started getting a sweet tooth coming on, I have a Ziploc bag, put a serving of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch, keto friendly Cinnamon Toast Crunch in the bag, and I ate that. And that was like something crunchy. It wasn't a cookie, y'all. It wasn't a cookie. It wasn't a Snickers. It wasn't a Reese's, but it was something crunchy to fulfill the sweet tooth. And that's really what this is all about. And that's one thing. Hey, Wild Wayne, that's one thing. This is working for me, and I know that it'll work for you. But it's really about trial and error to figure out what works for you. Some women out there actually fast right through their cycle, y'all. They stay fasting right through it. I'm not that type. I feel like I'm too uncomfortable doing that during that time to just fast right through it. But it's all about realizing the weaknesses and actually trying to implement substitutes. So instead of a cookie or a Snickers this past time in January, I made sure I had Catalina Crunch keto-friendly cereal on hand, Cinnamon Toast Crunch flavor. Instead of a milkshake, I made sure that I had Butter Crunch coffee already on hand so that I could make me a cup of coffee and use almond milk and low calorie or 0 calorie sweetener in it. Instead of anything out of the ordinary, I could make a fruit smoothie. So I was trying to do stuff like that, and it helped. Hey, Fantasia. How long did you fast? How much did you lose? And did you exercise? Oh, yeah, no. I'll answer that. I actually answered that earlier, but I fasted I did intermittent extended fasting from January 3rd until February 3rd, which is today. I didn't exercise except mess with my fitness bands or do a couple of reps with my medicine balls or with my kettlebell. And then I used my Fitbit to just make sure that I was walking around, but I wasn't just going out for walks. And in the course of January 3rd to February 3rd, I lost 36 pounds. 36. My goal was to get to 40. When I saw myself really inching up to the 40-pound mark, I was really, really pushing to try to get the 40. And to be honest, that's the reason why I started this week trying to do another 144-day fast. I was trying to do a back-to-back fast of it because I was like, I was so impressed with my results last week because last week I lost 16 pounds with a 144-hour water fast. So I was like, if I did that last week, then I should be able to do it again this week. And that should push me over the 40-pound mark. So that was my goal. But like I said earlier, I ended up breaking the fast 77 hours and 45 minutes into that fast. I broke it. I had a very healthy dinner. And this morning, I put myself right back onto a new fast. Hey, TaylorMade. So, yeah. And hey, Love Notes. So, yeah, January, 36 pounds down. I was hoping for 40 pounds. I didn't make it. But I learned a lot with trial and error. And now here we are at the month of February. Now, as far as January as well, most of y'all know that I was in the 21-day challenge. A healthy alternative is a YouTube channel that I really, really brag so much about. I highly recommend it for anybody who is curious about fasting but really doesn't know too much about it. I highly recommend y'all go look at this YouTube channel. They have been around for 5 years. They have over 100,000 subscribers. They are a Black-owned business whose sole mission has been to overturn many of these health ailments that we see within the Black community due to diet and food by fasting. Their mission is to reverse type 2 diabetes, reverse type 1 diabetes, to reverse pre-diabetes, to reverse high blood pressure, high cholesterol, to reverse many of these ailments that we see within the Black community due to unhealthy diet choices. They have made it a mission to reverse it through fasting. And that's how I first started getting into fasting about 2 years ago. I found that channel. I got intrigued. I started looking more at what they did. Then I started following them on social media and things of that nature. But they are called A Healthy Alternative. Definitely check them out. But they sponsor a 21-day fasting challenge for the month of January. That fasting challenge, I did enter into it. And that also was my motivation to make sure that I was consistent and strict during the month of January. And I input my before and after pictures. I input my before and after weight. I input the form and everything that I had to fill out to to be considered. So now I just wait, because they are picking 10 winners from the 21-day fasting challenge for the month of January. And who knows? Maybe my 36-pound weight loss will get me in one of the top 10 slots. I was competing with almost 400 people. I was competing the whole month of January against 400 other people. They were doing different types of fasts. Some people were doing strict 21-day fast of nothing but water. Some people were doing rolling 72-hour fast. Some people were doing alternative day fasting, in which they eat one day, fast the next day, eat one day, fast the next day. Some people were doing 14-day fast. I mean, you got to pick which fasting method you wanted to do. The ultimate goal was to make sure that you did it consistently over the course of the month of January for at least 21 days in order to see what result that you got. So we'll see what happens with me entering into that and see what goal I got right there. Bright Star said, I saw your post about sleeping versus eating. I'm shocked we can go long without eating. It's just about training our bodies. Wow. Yeah, it's about training the bodies and the mind, Bright Star, because it really is mental. And thank you, Love Notes. And shout out to the people who have actually joined my fasting circle on the Life Fasting app. Y'all, we got 6 members in my fasting circle on the Life Fasting app. Y'all, the 6 people, well, I'm in there, and then it's 5 other people besides me. And I am so grateful for my 5 people that's up in my group. I spend more time trying to message with them in our group community wall on the app. And I enjoy it too, because they hold me accountable. I'm sure that they joined the group with their own goals in mind and joined the group in order to show support to me during this experience. But honestly, they keep me accountable. Because even like last night, whenever I broke my fast, I knew that whenever I clicked that stop fasting app or stop fasting button up in the app, that my 5 people up in my group was going to see that I had stopped fasting. And I was like, I need them to know that, you know, everything is fine. It ain't no emergency, nothing like that. It's just that I'm human. And I was honestly feeling very, very irritable yesterday. I've been working much longer hours this week. And yesterday I was up for like over 12 hours with a few meetings and seminars that I had yesterday morning to do. Then my work day. And then people just getting on my nerves. I was starting to feel very, very agitated. And I know that that's a detox symptom that you cannot get rid of. You will tend to have mood swings sometimes when it comes to this fasting, because you may just get grumpy because you haven't eaten. But my thing is, when I realized that I still had to sustain myself for the remainder of the week with this particular project that I'm working on, I really had to sit there and think, do I feel emotionally okay to complete the rest of this 144 hours? Or do I want to break the fast at 77 hours, eat a little something to refuel myself, and then start right back and keep on moving forward? And that was the decision that I ended up doing. I lost 36 pounds from January 3rd until February 3rd, TaylorMade. And so that was what I had to decide. And I went on ahead and decided, yeah, I'm going to break it. And I really was only broken my fast for like maybe 2 hours. And then I hopped right back into it this morning. So that's that. But I'm learning that, because see, last week, my week was much more smooth, less hectic. It was more of a shorter week for me, so I had much time to sleep. I do stress the sleeping with this fasting, y'all, because sometimes you can sleep through the hunger pain. But when you are in a situation where you have to be up and alert and working and ready during that time, whenever you are having a hunger pain, then you might find yourself being grumpy. But that's why it's important to pay attention. Yeah, 2 of the people are fasting like me, and then 2 of the people are watching. I just got another person that joined, and I'm not sure if she's going to fast or not. I don't know. But I do encourage people to just join the group and just observe, just to see what the app is like, how it looks for others to fast. And then once you are ready to join in, you just click your start fast button in your app and join in with us. So yeah, it's optional on if you want to fast with us or not. But yeah, 2 of the ladies in there are fasting. And like Tita is up in there. Tita joined in the app, and she's just been observing. It's been a few people. And like I said, you can. Hey, Sandra Clark. You can. Thank you, TaylorMade. And that's why I was telling them I was trying to push for 40 pounds, TaylorMade. But look, I couldn't get the 40. But look here, there's always February. So I'm just going to keep it moving forward. The app is called Life Fasting. Life Fasting. It's a fasting app. I think the logo is like a little heart, and I think it's like a bluish purple background. But that's the app, Life Fasting. And you can actually join and use if you choose to use your YouTube name so that we know that it's you, you can. If you want to use just any random anonymous name that you choose, that's fine. But you can come in and you can watch. Like one of the people there, I don't know if she's a Bush baby or not, but she named herself No Name. And that's her name, No Name. And I know she is from here. She's from the group. I know because she was one of my first members, I think, to join. And she has been really trying to get through her fast. And it's just amazing because I tell her and the other people in there that you got to start small, y'all. And you got to work your way up. You start small, work your way up, and eventually you're able to add a little bit more on and a little bit more on and a little bit more. But yeah, she named herself No Name. And that's her name, No Name. When I'm talking to her in the group, I'm like, No Name. No name this, no name that. So yeah, you can pick whatever name that you want in order to keep your anonymity. You can put whatever picture you would like. If you want to put your real picture, you can. If you want to just put just an avatar, you can, whatever, but you can join the group with us. If you check my community wall, I have the group link. And if you check any of my previous videos on this channel in the description box, you will get the link directly to the group, directly to the app that will give you an invite to my group. And once I actually upload this one, I'll make sure that I post in the description the link to the fasting app as well. So yeah, do y'all have any questions for me? I wanted to make this a Q&A video because y'all, I'm learning just like y'all. I'm making mistakes along the way, but it's about not sitting back and just looking at that mistake and being like, dang, I made a mistake, or dang. It's just about, hey, you can't cry over spilled milk. Once that mistake is made, you got to keep going. Like even one of my mistakes that I made, one lesson that I learned through this January fasting thing is that whenever I first did my first refeed, Sandra said, I would definitely benefit from losing 100 pounds. It will help my joints, arthritis. You should definitely join then, Sandra. Yeah, for sure. And to get up in there. Because, yeah, I'm just going to keep moving forward just to see, because the sky's the limit. But one of my mistakes that I did make was during the beginning of January when it was first time for me to break my fast. I broke my fast and I did make a pasta. I used a pasta substitute to break my fast. But I implemented, I was trying to be so creative. And I honestly think that because I had been fasting for so long, my eyes, how do they say it? Your eyes are bigger than your stomach. And so even though I had been fasting for that long, when it was time to break my fast, I was like, oh yeah, I'm about to make this pasta substitute. And I did a 4 cheese one. 4 cheeses. So I used 4 different cheeses in it. Now, true enough, because I had just started fasting, it was a few cheeses that I wanted to get rid of in my refrigerator. So that's why I used those in my pasta. But y'all, when I tell you me doing that 4 cheese pasta, when I ate it on my refeed, I knew that I was going to gain weight because it was so heavy. It was so heavy. It was so rich and so dense with just heaviness. And long story short, even when I did that and I broke my fast with that, and then I think I had like a couple other things, I would have to look at my notes because I do keep notes every single time I break my fast in order to see what works for me and what doesn't. After I broke that fast, y'all, the following day, whenever I weighed myself after that fast, I had done gained 4 pounds on the scale 4. Now, of course, this is not 4 pounds of fat. It's not 4 pounds of fat. I have to make that clear. Even when you get on the scale after a refeed and you might see a couple of pounds on there, it's not 4 pounds of fat. It's the weight of the food that you just consumed. It's the weight of that food just sitting right there in your stomach. That's all it is, the weight of the food, not fat. A lot of the times people don't understand the difference between the two. And when people fast, they get discouraged after they refeed and they get on the scale and they may see 3, 4, 5 pounds on there. It's not necessarily that you just gained 5 pounds of fat. It's the weight of the food. And I know for certain, my pasta was very, very heavy to me. And then I think I had some smoothies. I think I had like some trail mix. Y'all, I was just having, whatever. And it sat on me. And it took me a good solid week of fasting on and off to recover from that pasta dish, y'all. It took me a solid week to actually recover and get myself back on the right track. And what that taught me is that cheeses, I need to use them very, very minimally whenever I'm doing my refeed. I'm not keeping myself away from cheese, but I'm not going to overdo it with cheese because cheese is very heavy on me. Cheese is just sitting in me whenever I do my refeed, and it makes me feel bloated. It makes me feel heavier. It makes me see a couple of more pounds on the scale, that type of thing. In the same fasting day, thank y'all. In the same fasting day, y'all, I have broken my fast and refed on a big thing of watermelon. A big thing of watermelon. And y'all, when I refeed on that watermelon and I step on the scale a couple hours later, that scale might say 2 more pounds on me. But y'all know dang well, it's not 2 pounds of fat. It's all the watermelon that I ate. Because once you eat this, you got to wait for your body to digest it. And then you have to wait for it to pass out of you. Your body got to digest it. Then you have to pass it out of you. So that's the thing too, when we talk about weight loss and stuff. Imagine with the habit that we have of eating 3 meals a day, how many meals we actually eat and we don't allow time for it to digest and pass out of us. Many people do not even give themselves time. Oh, hey, Felicia. Thank you. Many people don't give themselves time to digest their breakfast and let that pass out of them before they already eaten lunch. They don't allow themselves to have breakfast and lunch digest and pass out before now you eating dinner. And now you got all of that food from breakfast, lunch, and dinner just sitting right there in your gut, in your stomach, and ain't passing through. That's the whole point of fasting and making space in between your meals as well. Because if you wait 14 hours or 16 hours or 18 hours in between meals, you are legitimately giving time for your body to digest, process, and pass whatever you just had. So that way you know that your body has totally cleaned itself out of what you already just ate before you eat something else. That's how come people get really, really heavy and start getting backed up and stuff like that, because you are not properly digesting and passing everything as you take it in. So that's one of the things that I learned. But with fasting, whenever you refeed, if you see a couple of pounds, just a couple, 2 pounds, 3 pounds, 4 pounds on the scale, you cannot automatically assume that that's fat. You didn't gain fat, but you may have the weight of what you ate still on you because you have not digested it and passed it out of your system. And so I learned that the hard way. But for that reason, I have learned to try to be more mindful of my refeeds now. I have definitely backed away from cheeses and stuff or not backed away, but like minimize them. Because that cheesy pasta that I made, even though it was a pasta substitute, it made me feel very heavy, and it took me a long time to get my body back on track after I ate that. So now I try to not do that again and just keep moving forward with smoothies, with salads, with steamed vegetables, with fish. Y'all, I haven't even had chicken. I haven't had chicken at all since December, I think. December. Wow. I have not had chicken since December. Even this month, when I've done my refeed, I've been having Beyond Meat, meat substitutes, or fish or shrimp or sardines. And that's it. So yeah. That's what I've been doing. Felicia said, I've been stuck on a train for 6 hours. And all the bathrooms are closed, and I never had to pee so bad in my life. What's the worst you ever had to pee? Man, I would have to think about that. With water fasting, you definitely have to pee a lot. And that's one of the things that I was talking to one of my friends about, because I was like, this is the perfect time for me to do this. Speaking of pee, because it really does go into this. Y'all, I am still working from home because of this pandemic. I don't know how much longer I'm going to have to be able to have this luxury, to have my bathroom right there, to have my workspace right there, to be able to drink water all day long. And when I do have to pee, I ain't got to worry about navigating through an office building, going here, going up an elevator, going wherever in order to get to a bathroom. I'm working from home, so I can drink as much water as I want during the fast. And when I got to pee, I just walk down my hallway to the bathroom and I pee. And it's about making the best out of that. Because once life gets back to normal, I won't have this freedom that I have to try to play these games with my body, with how my body works, and challenge myself. So yeah, Love Note said, welcome. J-Dunn is good people, and the people in here are very nice. Yeah, welcome, Felicia. I'm happy that you joined. And yeah, I hope that you definitely get to a bathroom soon, because I know the feeling. But yeah, I guess that's really all that I got for y'all. Join the group. I'll put the link in the description box. Definitely thank you for the support and everything. It does your results. That's the reason why I'm down 36 pounds in 1 month. And I just think, if I could make February the type of month that January was, even if I dropped another 30 pounds in February, y'all, that'll put me down 66 pounds in 2 months. And it's really all about the discipline and all about being uncomfortable, but pushing through it, moving past the fact that you are uncomfortable. Because it's only temporary. It's only temporary. Right, Train Pack. I was like, for as long as I still got the luxury of being at home, I better push myself to the most that I can do. Because like I said, once things go back to normal, so to speak, I probably won't be able to do all of this as much as what I'm able to do right now. So I'm just taking advantage of it. Vibrant said, did you notice if you're urine? Yeah, it was. It was, Vibrant. Yeah. It actually, I honestly sometimes would pee and didn't even know that I had peed, because it was that clear. Because with drinking water several times a day through or several days in a row, yeah, you don't even have that the yellow tint to it anymore. It starts to just be clear. And the only way that I know that I peed is because I know I peed. But when you look in there, it's like, wow, you can't really see pee in there. So yeah, that is true. So yeah, we're gonna keep it moving. Thank y'all for joining me. I guess I'll get off of here. I hope that I answered everybody's questions. Leave comments if you have any questions. If you are catching a replay, definitely leave comments. Like the video, please. I will put in the description box the link to my my group in the Life Fasting app. If you want to check a previous video from this video, like whatever one I posted before this one, the link is going to be in that description box as well, and you can join us there. And that way, if you have questions at any point during your day, you can type them in the group. The group has like a community wall, and it sends a notification to my phone that somebody has wrote in the group. And so whenever I check my phone and glance at it, and I see that I have a notification that, hey, somebody has wrote in here. Then I click in the app, check the group, see what question they put, and then I respond. And so that's what we doing it. But yeah. Love Note said, I'm trying to use February Black History Month motivation to break old habits and gain new good habits. And you could do it. You could do it. All it is little by little. Little by little. Bright Star said, have you taken lots of before and after pics? Yeah, I've taken before pics, and then I took pics for my 1 month. Which I took my 1 month pics on Monday. But so I have the pictures of when I first started. Then I took pictures on Monday. And then I probably won't take pictures again until probably like March 1st. And so on and so forth. And I'm just going to compile my pictures until I'm ready to put my video together and present it like that. But yeah, either way, y'all, take care, be blessed. Y'all have a great day. Bye.